John Ulzheimer is known as one of our nation's most recognized credit experts. Having worked for 28 years in the credit industry, John has become one of the most prolific speakers about credit and the go-to authority on answers to credit-related questions. Credit Countdown with John Ulzheimer.
Hey there, this is John Ulzheimer. I am a consumer credit expert. I have over 30 years of experience in the credit industry. I've spent some time at FICO, which is the company behind the FICO credit scoring system, and Equifax, which is one of the 3 generally recognized credit bureaus in the United States. And so today I'm going to answer a question that consumers generally have about the information appearing on their credit reports, and specifically and I'm going to expand on the question because there's a lot of meat on the bone. It's why do some accounts appear on my credit reports and some accounts do not appear on my credit reports? So I'm actually going to expand on that and include why do some accounts appear on all of my credit reports while some of my accounts do not appear on all of my credit reports. So the key word when we are discussing this topic I want you to keep it in mind throughout the next 5 minutes, is voluntary, all right? Voluntary, voluntary, voluntary. The entire credit reporting system is voluntary, meaning that all of the companies that provide information to the credit reporting agencies, that's a process called furnishing. Furnishing information to the credit bureaus is entirely voluntary. There's no law that requires any particular company, mortgage lender, credit card issuer, auto lender, whomever, to provide or furnish anything to the credit reporting agencies. It is voluntary. Number 2 is the credit reporting agencies are all companies with whom you have to have an account in order to report anything or furnish anything to them. So in other words, if you happen to own a rental property and you have a tenant in the rental property, you can't just report your tenant's payment history to the credit bureaus because you probably don't have an account with them. The credit reporting agencies can pick and choose with whom they want to do business. And so just because you want to report information to them and you want to open an account with them, that doesn't mean that they have to agree to do business with you. It is voluntary, right? So they can pick and choose the companies that they want to do business with. Having said that, there's over 11,000 companies that furnish information to the credit bureaus periodically. And so there's a lot of companies that do this. So those are a couple of reasons why the information may not be appearing on your credit report or may not be appearing on all of your credit reports. Is A, they may be choosing not to report anything to the credit bureaus. And number 2, even though they may want to, they may not have an account with all 3 of the credit bureaus. So they may be reporting it to Equifax, but not to TransUnion or Experian, or to TransUnion, but not Equifax or Experian. So there may be a gap in their credit bureau relationships, which prevents them from reporting information to all of them. And yes, you have to have an account with all 3 of them if you want to report to all 3 of them. There is no way to have just kind of a single account, like a master account, and then report information to all 3 of the credit bureaus. It doesn't work that way. All right, so there are some exceptions, obviously. Some credit card issuers can choose to report some of their accounts to the credit bureaus, but not all of their accounts to the credit bureaus. And there are some scenarios whereby we have heard, and this is anecdotal, meaning that I haven't actually seen any studies done on this, but there is anecdotal evidence suggesting that there are even unique little scenarios where someone may be added as an authorized user, or they may add themselves as a co-signer or a co-obligor to a credit card account where they are not being reported, that information is not being reported to the credit bureaus. So as of the recording of this particular video, there really is no logical explanation. There's a lot of speculation as to why that could be happening, but there really is no hard and fast explanation as to why that always occurs or how to get around that from occurring. So the last thing to keep in mind is, even if you do have relationships with credit card issuers, and they do choose to report to all three of the credit bureaus, it's unlikely that the updates to the credit bureaus are going to happen at the same exact time every single month. And even if they did happen every single month at the same exact time, there's no guarantee that the credit reporting agencies would choose to essentially load the information into your credit reports at the same time every single month. So that's why there is inconsistency with respect to accounts appearing on some credit reports but not appearing on all credit reports. So if you have any other questions about this issue, drop them in the comment section below and I'll do my best to get to them. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. We'll talk again soon.
For more videos and credit tips from John Ulzheimer, go to www.tradelinesupply.com.